Hey friends, like you said, some of you keep on hounding me. Stop and smell the roses, man. I am smelling the roses and I am just fascinated, loving this place. So I am on what
This is Route 2 in Bethel, Maine.
Route to Bethel, Maine. So I am here with the proprietor of this beautiful place. I gotta use that word beautiful. Those of you that like antiques, memorabilia, this is the place. Even millennials, if you grew up with your parents and your parents showed you some old stuff, fascinating stuff, this is the place. So I am here with Mr. J.
Boschetti.
Okay. Oh man, Italian. Is that Italian?
Half-breed
baby?
Italian on my father's side.
There,
Yep.
there you go. Awesome. So where'd you grow up, Jay?
I'm originally from the North Shore of Boston. I've lived
Okay.
up here about 30 years.
I figured you had Boston accent
Yeah,
there.
well, Maine and Massachusetts, they split in 1830, but there's always been a tie.
There you go.
They
That-
can't break those ties that bind.
That's a great history. I'm a New Yorker, so I'm a Yankees fan. Although
Yeah.
I don't watch.
You're our arch enemies, New York versus Boston.
So Jay, how'd you get started in this antique business?
Oh, well, I grew up around old stuff, and I
Okay.
sort of tried to get away from it for a while, and then sometime in my early or midlife, I decided to come back to it. So for the past 15 years or so, I've been doing it full time. So
Awesome.
I buy junk and I sell antiques.
Okay, there you go. Well, there's a song if you're into country music, which I'm into somewhat. Brothers Osborne, "One man's junk is another man's
It's
treasure."
exactly the way I look
And-
at it, and it's the way I consider it enlightened recycling.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with some of the stuff, not everything, and like the wooden sled. Like, do they still make wooden sled?
Probably somewhere, but they're probably imported from China,
Oh, man,
unfortunately, today.
yeah.
You know, you could buy one at LL Bean, but it'll be manufactured somewhere on the other
So,
side.
Jay, what motivates you getting up in the morning? And do you don't live here? I don't see any living
Oh, I did
quarters
for
here.
years and years and years,
Okay.
but no, I don't
So
now.
this is
but
just your storefront.
it's pretty much,
antique
yeah, it's my
storefront.
main, but still, even though I don't live here, I still, every
Sure.
day I'm here.
So you got back into the antique business. So obviously there's a passion, right? Getting back into it.
Again, it's treasure hunting, it's
Okay.
finding, collecting the jewels from the dross. It's,
Awesome.
it's an adventure, I guess, and it seems in some people it elicits really nice emotions. So sometimes people will come in here and have an emotional connection to something or whatever. And
Exactly.
you do make people connections here,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yep, and that's what I remember about the wooden sled growing up in New York, going down
It is.
some
It's like-
hills. Yep.
It's like a museum where you can touch things, and actually, if you see something that you desire enough, you can take it home with you.
So you sell and buy also.
Yeah,
So I
gotta,
guess that makes
it's
it
a-
easier, right? To people come to you.
Well, the thing is, I'd always be a collector, but people get into over their heads if they don't have an outlet. It's just like a lake.
Right.
Every lake has inlets and
Yep.
outlets, and usually the outlet's slower than the inlet. But you got to find some kind of balance. If you don't, then you become one of those hoarders.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
up to
man.
your ear. And
Yep.
that's one of the things. There's a daily fight with chaos here.
Okay.
Because when you have this many various objects and you're bringing more in,
Okay.
things just naturally want to turn into chaos and
Right.
craziness, and you see it in the poor people who end up in the apartments where they're
Yeah.
walking
Oh,
through
yeah.
a path of newspapers.
Well, I hope
So-
there's more going out than coming in, or
it's
equal balance.
It's a balance,
Balance,
You
yeah.
don't want the good stuff coming in. You do want to sell stuff, and then there's the time factor. So and it's
Okay.
all this weird calculation. But if you can
Yeah.
try
Now-
to keep your head up above the junk and keep it so people can see things.
Sure. Now, do you own this building or you lease it?
It's mine.
Awesome. So
my
that
place.
helps out.
Yeah,
so
it's all my stuff. I don't do any. There's no
so
other.
you're able to make a living,
My wife,
decent
my
living
wife has a
at
real
this.
job, but
Real job. Okay.
a lot of it is learning to live within your means.
Right.
I
Now-
don't, I don't drive a Mercedes Benz.
It's sure. No, it's all good.
I
Not
have a
everyone.
retirement
Not everyone
account,
needs that or wants it. Let me ask you this. So, what has been one of your greatest or most fun, maybe two categories, finds?
Oh, that's a hard
Tough
one.
question there. Yeah, tough
That's a-
question there.
that's a tough one,
Probably
man.
a lot of them, but several that may come to mind.
So yeah, I don't know if I can just pick one out of the air. It's one of those funny questions I can't answer. What I'll say is, sometimes when you're cleaning out a person's estate or someone who has passed, even if
Okay.
you've never met that person, you sometimes feel like you know
Yeah.
that person after you've you've done it. So I
Now,
think
do
it's
you
one of
go
the
through
most
your mind
profound-
living through what their life was like
Well,
when
part
you
of it
did
is
that?
just you're going through their physical presence
Personal,
that's
yeah.
left, and I don't
Yeah.
know, it's their energies in those things
Right.
and whatever, and
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of a transfer. It's kind of poignant, and
Mm-hmm.
it's meaningful, and it's nothing I would have ever expected to have gotten out of
Okay.
taking on other people's things. So I'd say that's even though it's not a specific item like you asked for, or it's
Right.
the thing that I think stands out that I wouldn't have expected doing
Okay.
this kind of
Do
thing.
you do consignments here as well?
No,
for
it's
some
all-
people?
I don't do any-
Buy and sell.
Just
Buy and
me.
sell.
It's all my stuff. I'm kind of an ornery soloist. So.
Sure. Now, what I like to do, I'm going to give you, if you use Facebook at all, give you my.
I don't.
Okay, if you does
My,
your wife?
my wife does, yeah.
Okay, if you come up with an answer to my question, I would appreciate it if you would just have your wife post up
The
because
best,
I'm fascinated.
the best physical thing, the best
Okay.
physical object I've ever found. I guess I'd have to cogitate a little bit. I just can't pick one out of the.
Okay, yeah, because I'd be fascinated, and the
I've never found
followers.
the Declaration of Independence or anything.
No,
anything
no, it
even-
doesn't have to be something like that, but
Nothing
something.
worth more than 4 figures, and even the
I mean-
four-figure items are very few.
I mean,
It's not
something
like
interesting
American. It's
and
not like
fun.
some of these fantasy things where you know.
Sure.
And it happens. I see it in the paper and stuff, but.
I see you got a workbench there, so
I've been
you
trying
get
to
stuff
I've
and
been trying to clear that for about 6 years, and I have never quite.
it is not that messy. I won't invite you
Well,
to my.
I've been clearing it, so it's pretty
all right.
clean right now.
Looking better. So some of the stuff you gotta restore it, fix it up. It looks
I
like
try
and
to
stuff.
do the minimal to that.
Right.
But yeah, I try to leave it to cleaning stuff up, but sometimes if it's a really nice thing, if it's a period piece of furniture, it
Okay.
needs a repair, I'll do it. But
Awesome. Well, Jay, hey, I
pleasure.
appreciate your time.
And
I
good luck
love
with
your shop.
I like your concept of your journey too.
All right.
I wish you luck on your journey.
Thanks very much.
It's a neat thing.